live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and/or future. Oh, that'll get a few likes on YouTube. Why, hi there, I'm Ron Zucker. Welcome to the program for a Monday as we begin in earnest Pennant Chase 78, where, with the exception of a visit from my mother, we should be going daily until we are done with the regular season, or we know all four divisional winners, as this 1978 replay kind of hits to the finish. 18 days to go in the regular season, unless we get a one-game playoff. We are playing the games of September 13th, 1978 today, and we got ourselves a biggie. In the American League East, the Baltimore Orioles, a half-game lead over the New York Yankees against the Milwaukee Brewers, who are desperately trying to hang on in that three-team horse race in that division. It's a game the Brewers must win. We're going to take the Brewers off the board if Baltimore takes them both. So that's today's game, and tomorrow's game, it's the Orioles and the Brewers. And why is this such a big deal? Well, there you go. The Orioles are 84-60. They have a magic number of 19. The Yankees, 83-60. They are a half game back, and the Brewers are 79-66. They are desperately trying to hang on here. 5.5 back. Win a couple games here, the Yankees can go into first place. Remember, the Orioles and Yankees are done playing for the year, and if there is a one-game playoff, it would be at Yankee Stadium. So there you go. That's what's coming up next as Retro Sports Network presents Major League Baseball 78. Pennant Chase, and tonight from County Stadium in Milwaukee, it is the Baltimore Orioles and the Milwaukee Brewers in this big one in the American League East. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Join us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So there you have it. Happy Monday. We're not usually with you on a Monday, but we will be going daily with you for the most part till we know what's going on. And Andy Replugle is on the hill for the Brewers. He is making start number 15. He's got 3 left after this. He is 9-7 with a 4.59 ERA. He is a fastball pitcher at 85 and a flyball pitcher. He has made 1 start against Baltimore this year and was Christmas treed. 3 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, all earned. He walked 1 and didn't strike out anybody. An ERA of 18. How you doing, Kurt? Good to have you along. His last start was against the Twins on the 8th. So 5 days ago, he went the distance. Didn't go the distance because he didn't get a decision. He went 9 innings. 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 5 and struck out 1. So control is an issue for Andy. In 117 2/3 innings, he's allowed 147 hits, 72 runs, 60 earned. He has walked 45 and struck out 31. How you doing, Mr. Forsberg? So the Orioles are looking at Scrabble Man here like a dog would look at a raw steak. They're just looking to tee off. Here's the lineup they'll send out in this big ball game. Larry Harlow in center field will lead off. Pat Kelly will bat second in left field. Harlow, by the way, in center. Kenny Singleton in right will hit third. Eddie Murray will clean up at first base. Doug DeCinces at third will bat fifth. Lee May, the DH, will go sixth. Kiko Garcia at short will bat seventh. Rich Dower at second will bat eighth. And Rick Dempsey behind the plate will go ninth. Mike Flanagan is on the hill for Baltimore. Defensively for Milwaukee, Larry Heisel is 6 and a 4 in left. Gorman Thomas is 7 and 4 in center. Sixto Lescano is a 9 and an 8 in right. Sal Bando is a 6 at third. Robin Yount is an 8 at short. Paul Molitor is 6 at second. Don Money, not Cecil Cooper, is at first. He's a 6. And Buck Martinez, since it's a lefty on the hill, it's an all-righty lineup from Milwaukee. He's a 5 and a 5. Harlow steps in at 253. 9 homers and 47 RBI. So pins and needles time here in Wisconsin. 71 degrees. Not really a cloud in the sky. Winds blowing left to right at 10. So a beautiful early autumn evening here in the Cheesehead State. And Rapoggle deals. There's a ground ball to Molitor over to Money, and that's how this one starts, 1 out. Brings up Pat Kelly at 315, 10 homers, and 33 RBI. If you missed it over the weekend, we did a state of the replay episode, in which we took about a half hour. Mr. Mao, how are you? And so the Orioles trying to hang on here in the American League East. Pitch to Kelly is a line drive right center field. That's going to drop. He's going to go for 2. The throw to Yount. No, sir. So Kelly's on with a 1-out double. That was kind of an excuse-me hit. A Texas leaguer that got turned into 2. Here's Kenny Singleton at 283, 23 homers and 63 RBI. LaPlagle into right. Lescano, 2 out. Kelly will hold at second. And now bring up Murray. Eddie at 288, 24 homers and 96 RBI. Got him! He swung, he looked at a 1-2 changeup for strike 3, and the Brewers get out of early trouble. No runs, a hit, no errors. Half an inning in the books. Here come the Brew Crew. Mike Flanagan, start number 36. He's got 4 left after this. He is 17 and 13 with an ERA of 3.38. So for Earl's gang, he has pitched extremely well. He is a fastball pitcher at 90 and a flyball pitcher, which might come back to hurt him. The ballpark is playing small tonight. He has faced the Brewers 3 times now as a starter, but like Rapoggle, has been hit hard. 9 innings, 9 hits, 8 runs, all earned. He has walked 6 and struck out 10. But somehow in that mess, he has a win. He's 1-1 with an ERA of 8. His last start came September 8th against the Blue Jays in a win, a 4-hit shutout over 9 innings. He walked 1 and struck out 2. So Flanagan, 263 and 2/3 innings, 251 hits, 103 runs, 99 earned, 14 homers. He has walked 76 and struck out 161. And so here's a lineup for the Brewers. Paul Molitor leads off at second base. Don Money at second, will bat second and play first. Sal Bando at third will bat third. Larry Heisel, who would be in most MVP conversations if it wasn't for Jim Rice's Triple Crown bid, cleans up and left. Lescano in right will bat fifth. Dick Davis, the DH, will go sixth. Remember, all righties in the lineup against the lefty Flanagan. Robin Yount, the shortstop, will bat seventh. Gorman Thomas in center will bat eighth. And Buck Martinez behind the plate will go ninth. And Rapoggle threw 17 pitches in the first. Defensively for Baltimore, Pat Kelly a 5 and a 3 and left. Whoever picked these colors out at Dave Cook Sports, ew. Larry Harlow a 6 and a 5 in center. Kenny Singleton a 6 and a 7 in right. Doug DeCinces playing for a bunt I'm not going to do is a 7 at third. Kiko Garcia a 4 at short. Rich Dower a 6 at second, and Eddie Murray a 6 at first. Rick Dempsey a 5 and a 7 if the Brewers want to steal, and Mike Flanagan a 5 on the mound with a .957 fielding percentage. Molly, at the end of his rookie year, .257, 8 homers, and 50 RBI. Game 146 for the Brewers, 145 for the Orioles. A Molitor sends a base hit into center field. Not sure how many of you played or have done a 78 replay, but I would venture to guess that if the Brewers didn't win the division for you, they came awful close. Here's money, .285, 13 homers, and 62 RBI, and more importantly for Brewer fans, including Kurt Berglund, a 15-game hitting streak. Throw to first. Molitor has been picked off. So Flanagan caught Molitor napping off at first, and that's the 6th time that Flanagan has thrown out a runner. So 1 out, nobody on for Don. I think I read you his numbers already. I did. Now he goes home, and there's a fly ball left center field. Back goes Harlow. It's gone. And the Brewers do what they have to do. It's 1-0 on the solo shot to left center from Don Money. So 16 straight games with a hit, and his 14th of the year. And not only are they cheering here in Milwaukee, but they are cheering in the Yankee dugout in Detroit. So 1-0. Here's Bando. Sal at .283, 8 homers, and 54 RBI. And indeed, he is money. Bando popped up left side, Garcia, 2 out. And you can take that to the bank. There must be a Wisconsin National Bank. Member FDIC. Here's Heisel at .287, 41 homers and 95 RBI. Here's a ground ball to DeCinces across the way to Murray, and that will retire the side. But the Brewers get a run on 2 hits and no errors on the solo shot from Money. And Bernie Brewer doesn't mind taking a beer bath after that, after 1-0 Milwaukee. So DeCinces, May, and Garcia to face Replogle, and I'm guessing that's how you pronounce the name. Replogle? Replugi? Scrabble. Doug is at .243. 21 homers and 74 RBI as we start the second. Here's a base hit left center field, and DeCinces leads off with a single. And now we'll bring up Lee May at .243. 25 homers and 85 RBI. This game goes an hour and a half. Pitch to May. Ball 4. So the Orioles have 2 on and nobody out for Kiko Garcia, who may not on the surface be the ideal shortstop, but he's a better hitter than Mark Belanger. .258, 4 triples, and 16 RBI. Pitch. There's a ground ball to short. Yount throws to Bando for 1. Over to Money. Is it 2? Is it 2? Yes! Yes, it is. What a smart play by Yount. He was leaning towards third anyway. He goes to Bando for 1, and Sal with a howitzer at third went across the way to get Garcia. So DeCinces out at third, Garcia at first, and 2 out with May on second for Rich Dower. .246, 3 homers and 37 RBI. An unlikely double play, 6-5-3. Check your bingo, your pick 3 cards accordingly. So 2 out for Dower. Replogle Line drive to third, Bando's there, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, a smart double play by Yount. After an inning and a half, Milwaukee won. Baldburn, nothing. So look at the right side so you can see the correct lineup, Ronnie. Lescano, Davis, and Yount to face Flanagan here in the second. 6-0 at 261. 16 homers and 59 RBI. Struck him out. Got him on a 1-2 outside the zone. Swinging, and that's the first for Flanagan. So here's Dick Davis at 205. 3 homers and 20 RBI. Fly ball left field. Kelly in the corner. 2 out. And that'll bring up Yount. Robin made that big play in the top of the inning. 280, 12 homers, and 48 RBI. Pitch to Yount. Into left field. Back goes Kelly, and that ball is gone. So Yount making some noise here. That's his 13th of the year, and it's 2-0 Brewers. Bernie goes down the slide again. And Earl goes and opens up the Carton and Chesterfields after that. So 2-0 Milwaukee, and here's Gorman Thomas. 289, 36 homers. He'd be in the MVP conversation too. And 96 RBI. And an OPS of 1011. But he strikes out this time as Flanagan got him to swing and miss on a full count. So we go to the third. Another home run, this time by Robin Yount. A hit, no errors. After 2, Milwaukee 2, Baltimore nothing. So we showed you what this game means in the American League East race. And the Yankees are just happy right now. Here's what the race means in the West. Rangers come into this one at 81 and 61, 4.5 over the Royals, and 6.5 over the Twins. I still say it's Texas's race to lose. In the National League, they're still recovering. By the way, that was both games of that series that the Pirates blew. The Phillies lead by 5, but the last 4 games of the year in that race will be in Pittsburgh. So you just never know. So Pittsburgh has a few games just to get one back to give themselves a chance. How you doing, Tribe fan? And last but not least, the Dodgers look like they have the West pretty much wrapped up. Magic number, the best in baseball at 13, with 17 games to go. They lead the Reds by 5.5. So it'll be Rick Dempsey to face Replogle to start the third. Dempsey at 206. 7 homers and 41 RBI. The Reds were flat in August too. The Dodgers have slumped, but I don't believe that lead has gotten any closer than 3.5. Pitch to Dempsey is a base hit, center field. He's going for 2, and he's in there. So the third hit for Baltimore, and that'll bring up Larry Harlow, who's 0 for 1 through 9 batters. Replogle, 36 pitches, 2+ innings, 3 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. So 2 solo shots for the Brewers, have them up 2-0. Base fly ball, left field, high sell, in the corner, makes the catch. Dempsey will hold 1 out. Brings up Pat Kelly, who doubled in the first and could not score. Pitch to Kelly. Ball 4. So the Orioles had the tying run on for Singleton, who's 0 for 1. Brewers have been flat as of late, too. Pitch to Kenny. Into right. Back goes Lescano, but he'll make the catch on the base of the track. Dempsey goes to third, 2 out. For Murray, who struck out his first time up. Raplagle's lone strikeout. So, hope everybody's having a good Monday. Pitch to Murray. Struck him out! Oh, he got him to swing and miss on an 87-mile-an-hour fastball. And the Orioles leave 2 more on. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Milwaukee 2, Baltimore nothing. So Buck Martinez, in a picture definitely not taken in 1978, will lead off and Molitor and Money to follow. Buck at 245, he's had a good year. 11 doubles and 24 RBI. Flanagan starts the third, a ground ball foul, third base side. And the count goes to no balls and 2. Just remember, starting tomorrow, all the months will end in brr. Yes. Yes, they will. The 0-2. Base hit. Little blooper into right center, and Buck's on. 4th hit for the Brewers. So 9 batters, 40 pitches for Flanagan. 2+ innings, 4 hits. The solo shots to Money and Yount. And he has struck out 2. Molitor singled to start the game for Milwaukee and was picked off at first by Flanagan. Got him. He swung on and missed a 1-2 fastball at 90, and that's the first out. So here's Money. He hit his 14th of the year in the first. 69 degrees, the wind's blowing left to right at 10, but it could be in the 40s with all the Miller and Miller Lite flown around County Stadium. To third, to Sensei, Dower for 1, over to Murray. Do they? Yes, they do. No runs, a hit, and no errors. We go to the 4th. It is the Brewers 2, the Orioles nothing. Gotta get through my slides here, and if you're wondering what's on the docket for tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, it is again the Baltimore Orioles and the Milwaukee Brewers as Pennant Chase 78 kicks off 18 days of baseball. Always easier to use the slides when you have them made, you know? It'll be DeCinces, May, and Garcia here in the 4th against Raplagle. I wonder if his hair gets longer. Raplagle, please let down your hair. Better than the 12 days of Christmas? Come on. How many pear trees do you want? And if I had to have... Now, remember, if you're talking about 5 golden rings, there's 8 days of that. That's 40 golden rings. And when I was little, I always thought that they, instead of having rings, it'd be like having 40 Burger King onion rings. And what's wrong with 40 Burger King onion rings? DeCinces singled his first time up. Ron's lost it here. Pitch to DeCinces, ball 4. So Doug draws the walk, a 4-pitch walk from Raplagle. And now I'll bring up Lee May, who walked his first time up. So Andy has walked 3 and struck out 2. And remember, if you get all those partridges in a pear tree, one of them Might be Susan Day. Pitch to Lee May is popped up. Yount. Calls for it. 1 out. Kiko Garcia is 0 for 1. Ruplago about halfway home through his pitch count. Flanagan doing all right. Garcia to short. Yount, great play. Molly for 1. No throw to first. They'll get the force. 6-4. Super Bowl tournament. How are you, my friend? Looking forward to Al, Red Sox fan, and I calling some games. If you could put the link to your channel in the chat, if you could, for the YouTube. Here's Mr. Dower. Rich is 0 for 1. Garcia on first. 2 out. Top the 4th. There's a liner in the right field. Lescano is there. It'll drop in. Garcia trots to third. And the Orioles again have runners on the corners. 2 out for Rick Dempsey, who doubled his first time up. Ruplago from the stretch. Into left. Heisel back and makes the catch. And the Orioles have left 6 on. No runs. 1 hit and no errors. They strand 2 more. Bottom 4. 2-0 Milwaukee. So it'll be Bando, Heisel, and Lescano to face Flanagan here in the bottom of the 4th. Sal is 0 for 1. And Flanagan gives up another base hit. This one goes into center. And so the Brewers have hit number 5. Here's Heisel. He's 0 for 1. Milwaukee would like a couple more here. Ball 4. Flanagan says, yeah, you can have first base. So the 3-1 misses low. And so that brings up Lescano, who is struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Brewers have yet to strand a runner. Both of Milwaukee's runs came on solo shots. Got him. He swung on and missed on a 2-2. So 1 out, and that's 4 for Flanagan. Brings up Dick Davis, who's 0 for 1. Mike from the stretch. To Sensei at third. Only play is to first. Davis is running, and they got him on a bang-banger. That kind of hugged the line, and Bando wasn't sure if he wanted to let it roll foul. He picked it up. He realized if he wasn't gonna, the bases would be loaded, and there's 2 out for Yount, who popped one into left center in the second. Pitch to Robin is a base hit left center field. Bando and Heisel score. Garcia got the bad jump, and it's 4-0 Milwaukee. And there's even a murmur in the Yankee dugout in Detroit as that score is posted. Yount can steal. Thomas struck out his first time up. Throw to Robin, they got him picked off. So how about that? So Flanagan has picked off 2. But not before. Milwaukee gets 2 on the single by Yount. 2 hits and no errors. We go to the 5th. It's 4-0 Milwaukee. So top of the lineup for Baltimore, Harlow, Kelly, and Singleton to face Ruplago. Andy, 72 pitches, 4 innings, 4 hits, no runs. He's walked 3 and struck out 2. Question is, how big will the lead be when it gets turned over to the Milwaukee pen? Harlow up the middle. Molitor almost on the grass in front of the bag. Throws to first, 1 out. So here's Pat Kelly. He has walked and doubled. The double came in the first. Base hit left center field, so they can't get Pat, who's on with a single. I would venture to guess, speaking of Pro Strategy Football 2021, which Al Red Sox and I are doing 9 games for Super Bowl tournament, that there's a small chance we'll see Pat's brother Leroy in that 60s championship game. But I would venture to guess, who would you think? Best NFL team of the 60s? Would you go with one of the Browns teams? Would you go with the 68 Colts? One of Lombardi's teams? What do you think? Singleton's 0 for 2. Slaps that one down to money. Out for 1. Back to first. I think Singleton's going to beat it out, and he does. So 3-6 on the 4s. 2 out here, top of the 5th. For Murray, who was 0 for 2. Raplago. Trying to get out of this. My guess is 7 for Andy. Pitch to Murray. Base hit left center field. Thomas will pick it up. Singleton, who doesn't really have much speed, will hold at second. And DeCinces, who singled and walked earlier, is playing right into Earl Weaver's 3-run home run strategy. Still wouldn't give Baltimore the lead, but make it a 1-run game. And there's a ground ball base hit left side. And the Orioles are going to send Singleton. Heisel's throw at the plate. Martinez, dead duck. They got him. How about that? He threw it on the run, and Singleton had a good chance of scoring, but Martinez swept the tag, and that's it. So as we go to commercial, here it is again. What a throw by Heisel. A below-average arm, and that'll do. Halfway home. Milwaukee 4, Baltimore nothing. No, they can't buy a run. I don't usually... there was a good chance to throw them out, or else I wouldn't have done it, but you got to try it. Even though if you do score, it's still a 3-run game. So here's how we got here. Don Money with a solo home run in the first. 16-game hitting streak, 1-0 Milwaukee. Robin Yount, 13th of the year. Solo shot to left center, 2-0 Milwaukee in the second. Then that man Yount, or Spicoli, if you will, a 2-run single. He golfed that one home. 4-0 Milwaukee, and the Orioles had 3 hits in the 5th and could not score as Kenny Singleton is thrown out by Larry Heisel. Summoners War, I take it that's a game, and Discover are your ads if you don't have a subscription. Now, if you have a Twitch, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can attach it to me for free. You don't have to pay a dime. So, that's how you get the ads. Looking at the pitching, Father Flanagan, 16 batters deep, 6 hits through 4, and 4 earned runs. Earl Weaver not very happy about that. Raplago, I think it's going to come down to pitch count. He really needs to get into the 7th. He's allowed 7 hits through 5, but Bagels on the board. And as Gorman Thomas steps to the plate, a strikeout victim his first time up. I'll agree. 63 Chargers if you consider AFL teams. 68 Jets. 66 or 69 Chiefs. I think Super Bowl tournament left, but so you'll see 1 game per decade And so that would be the first AFL and the only AFL NFL matchup. So lots of good options for that. So here's Thomas, as I said, struck out his first time up. Pitch from Flanagan is popped up right side. Eddie Murray reaches in the seats, and somebody from Madison, who's skipping class, makes the catch. So the count is a ball and 2 strikes to Thomas. Ball 4. So Thomas draws the walk to start the inning. Buck Martinez singled his first time up. By the way, I know he doesn't watch live. I'm not sure how many of these he watches on YouTube. But props to Baseball Demos, our dear friend David, who was about to finish his 1977 Chicago White Sox replay. And it took about a year and a half to do, but he, I believe, did every game of that for YouTube, all 162 games. And that takes a lot of dedication. So a hearty congratulations from me here at Retro Sports Network. Pitch to Martinez is a fly ball right center field. Harlow is there, and that's an out. So Baseball Demos, the channel, go check it out. Also the creator of the Manic Monday series, one of my all-time favorites. A different engine, different seasons, different teams every week on a Monday at lunch. Hopefully I'm not interfering with that. Here's Molly. Paul is 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Flanagan, 84 pitches through 4 1/3. 6 hits, 2 homers, 2 runs, and 4 strikeouts. Yes, very impressive for Cards and Dice. Stratomatic Super Advanced, I think, is what he used. And just a general good egg, even if he has scrambled a few of my brain cells over the last year and change. Pitch to throw to first. Thomas is back. He's not going anywhere. So 1 out. Pitch to Molitor. Popped up. Dempsey to the screen. And that'll touch the screen, and the count goes to 1-2. For the 80s, getting back to pro strategy football, we'll be doing 3 games. We'll be doing the AFC Championship, the NFC Championship, and that. So what do you figure for that? You get a 49ers versus the Bears, 49ers Giants. Does one of those Cowboy teams kind of sneak in from the early 80s? Pitch to Molly is a liner right to Dower for the out. Dower read that one right off the bat, timed his leap, and made the second out. How about that? What a play for Dower. Doesn't say it's a web gem or a good play, but that's all on the timing. Here's Money. Don 1 for 2. He's got a solo homer and grounded into a double play. The Orioles, by the way, have left 8 on. The Brewers have yet to strand a runner. They will now as Money strikes out. He swung on and missed the 93-mile-an-hour fastball. And we go to the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 5, 4-0 Milwaukee. And so Rapplagle gives me the fatigue warning. He'll face May, Garcia, and Dower here in the 6th. May is 0 for 1 with a walk. Popped up. Martinez takes off the mask. 1 out. So here's Kiko Garcia. He's 0 for 2. Grounded into a double play. Drops a bunt. Martinez picks it up, throws it to Molitor, covering 2 out. So Rapplagle needed an easy inning, and he's got 2 out. For Dower, Rich is 1 for 2. He has singled. Ground ball to Molitor, over to Money, and that will retire the side. The Birdies go 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 5.5, 4-0 Milwaukee. Well, yeah, they're going to be in the league, but what we're showing you is either the final or a conference championship for each of those greatest hits leagues. And so The 83 DC football team, maybe the greatest offense, certainly of its era. But along with the 63 Chargers, the 98 Vikings, and the 99 Rams, top 5 offense of all time. Here's Bando, 1 for 2. He singled and scored. Pitch to Sal is a fly ball to left. Kelly makes the catch, 1 out. So here's High Sal. He has scored and walked amid that big defensive play in the 5th to shut down the Oriole rally. Pitch to Larry. Popped up left side to Sensei. 2 out. Here's Lascano. He has struck out twice. I would venture to guess in that game you would see the 49ers. I don't know. I mean, would you think that... Who would you take? The 85 Bears? Their offense wasn't all that great. Their defense, of course. There. 91 Washington, but how many points they score? There's the pitch to Sixto. Struck him out! So he takes the collar. He swung on and missed that one out of the zone, and that's it. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 6, 4-0 Milwaukee. And so we'll remind you again tomorrow at noon live here on Twitch.tv, the Orioles and the Brewers. Game 2 of the series from Milwaukee. That's tomorrow's offering. Now, don't know if you heard the news today about Georgetown legend John Thompson. He passed away this August 31st at the age of 78. And so this is going to be on YouTube. I'm going to tape this game, but we will replay the 1984 NCAA basketball championship tonight, and I will upload it as soon as I'm done. So it's the number 5 Houston Cougars at, not a neutral site game, but at the number 2 Georgetown Hoyas. So Hakeem Olajuwon versus Patrick Ewing in a tribute game to John Thompson, one of the legends of all the sports, who we lost today at 78. So that will be on YouTube. In fact, it'll be on YouTube tonight if you're watching live right now on Twitch.tv. So, Houston and Georgetown, a special for John Thompson. Raplagal will start the 7th. He'll face Dempsey and then flip the lineup for Harlow and Kelly. Dempsey has doubled his batter. In fact, he's 1 for 2. Yeah, Lute Olson passed away too. And Clifford Robinson, who was the 6th man for the Portland Trailblazers. And I forget, where did Clifford play his college ball? Lute Olson, obviously a legend at the University of Arizona. UConn, okay. You know you're getting old when your heroes growing up as a teenager start going. Pitch to Dempsey is a base hit right center field. Lascano got a bad jump on it. Dempsey's into second, and that's how the inning starts. So the Orioles now have 8 hits, but they've left 8 runners on. So here's Harlow. He's 0 for 3. 27 batters deep for Raplagal. 97 pitches, 6+ innings. He has walked 3 and struck out 2. But they've left 8. The 91 DC football team averaged 30.3 points a game, 485 points, with Mark Rippon as their quarterback. Joe Gibbs, it's the only Super Bowl that Gibbs won, by the way, that wasn't in a strike-shortened year. Pitch to Harlow into left field. High Sell will track that down. Dempsey goes back. 1 out. Here's Kelly. He's 2 for 2. Pat has walked, singled, and doubled. Olson coached Purdue, you think? Gene Cady was the big coach at Purdue. Olson had such a smooth personality. Pitch to Kelly is a slow roller to Money, and he put the glove down, but there was no ball. Hit off the back of his glove, and the Orioles are in business. Dempsey on third, Kelly on first for Kenny Singleton, who's 0 for 3. Oh, I believe you. Can't look it up right now, but I believe you. So Singleton with a chance to put Baltimore on the board and go to that Milwaukee pin. He's 0 for 3. Martinez and Replogle get on the same page, and that's ball 4. And so George Bamberger starts to rock back and forth. Here's Eddie Murray. He has struck out twice. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Murray is now Iowa. There you go. Iowa. So right conference, wrong school. And then was replaced, I believe, Tribe Fan by Dr. Tom Davis, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but Ron, what'd you have for breakfast? I don't remember. Again, they go out and visit. Replogle deals. Liner to right. Lescano is there. They throw back in the infield, and everybody's back. Like a bad library book, it's still in Eddie's locker. Well, 2 out for DeCinces. Doug has 2 grand slams on the year. He has singled twice and walked. A granny would tie it. Davis, Yount, and Thomas for the Brewers in the 7th. Pitch to DeCinces, ball 4, and the Orioles are on the board. And Bamberger is out to get him. And ew! Look who's coming up for the Brewers. One of the best broadcasters in White Sox history. Ed Farmer, who we lost in the offseason in Major League Baseball. Boy, got there in September 30, won't be playoff eligible. In real life, he pitched 3 times for Milwaukee. Came over from either Philadelphia, must have been from the Phillies, or the White Sox. 11 innings. 1-0 with a save and an ERA of 0.82. With 6 strikeouts, 7 hits, a run, it was earned. Those are the real-life numbers. He is a ground ball plus pitcher, and that fastball tops out at 89. So he's making his Milwaukee debut in a situation where he's already deep in the bathhouse. Here's Lee May. He's 0 for 2. With the walk, he would be the go-ahead run. Pitch from Farmer into left field. High sail in foul territory, makes the catch. Stretch time, 4-1 Milwaukee. So the Birdies have left 11 runners on. One run, 1 hit, and 1 error. And Iowa was in the 80 Final Four. Played in Indianapolis. Won by Louisville over UCLA. I forget who the 4th team was. What'd you have for breakfast, Ron? Oh, I already made that joke. I forgot I did. Dickie Davis is 0 for 2. Flanagan given a bit of life here as we start the bottom of the 7th. Davis into right center field. Harlow, 1 out. Here's Yount. Has singled and homered and has driven in 3 today. And this time he punches that one into left field. He goes 3 for 3. So, Yount, have yourself a day, Robin. For those of you of a certain age that live in the UK, that just kind of came out backwards. Here's Thomas. Gorman is 0 for 1. He has struck out and walked. They beat Georgetown to get to the Final Four. John Thompson, who will feature tonight on YouTube. Farmer was with the O's in 77, traded to the Brewers in the spring of 78, and then spent the year in AAA until it was too late. Thank you, Jamie. Pitch from Thomas will throw to first, Yount back. Flanagan has already thrown out 2 runners today. Thomas up the middle, a base hit. He's going for 2. The throw to second, Garcia, no. So 1 out for Buck Martinez, who's 1 for 2. And obviously, discussion of the 1980 Final Four 40 years ago is something you would not hear on a Fortnite stream. So Martinez again trying to break this open. He has a single. He will. Down the line and left. Yount scores. Thomas scores. Martinez goes with a slide into second. Not in time. It's 6-1 Milwaukee. And there's life in Milwaukee again. Here's Molitor, 1 for 3 with a strikeout and a single. So Flanagan, 27 batters deep, 119 pitches, 6 1/3 innings, 9 hits. The 2 homers, the solo shots to Money and Yount. He has walked 2 and struck out 6. Louisville and UCLA were the final. Yeah, I remember that. Denny Crum. Not there. So who was the 4th team? So Louisville, UCLA, Iowa. Pitch to Molitor. Ground ball to Dower. Goes to first for what we think is an out. Martinez goes to third. And that'll do it for Flanagan. And here comes Tim Stoddard. Purdue. Gene Katie's Purdue. So two Big Ten teams. That's pretty good. So Stoddard making his 6th appearance. He has no record and an ERA of 14.29, which they tell me is bad. It's bad. He did face the Brewers on April 8th. Hasn't pitched since May 2nd. He went 2/3 of an inning against the Brewers, and that was it. So his last time in the majors was May 2nd against the Red Sox. He went an inning, 5 hits, 3 runs all earned. He walked 2 and struck out 1. Overall, 5 2/3 innings, 13 hits, 9 runs all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 5. Fly ball plus pitcher and a fastball at 93. And that move tells me a white flag from Earl. Here's Money, 1 for 3. Has a solo shot, his 14th, and he's also grounded into a double play and struck out. Pitch from Stoddard. Slow roar to third. DeSensei across the way. Money is safe. 7-1. The run scores. Martinez will score. And Stoddard looks nonplussed out there. That was a bang-banger. Yep, the O's need some Dave Stegman heroics in the Tiger-Yankee game. So here's Bando, 1 for 3. Has singled and scored. Pitch from Stoddard. Hit him! Yeah, Earl's thrilled. Here's Larry Heisel. He's 0 for 2. He has scored on a walk. Brewers have 3 in here in the 7th. And make it 6 as Heisel sends that one to the top of the bleachers in left center field. Tippy Martinez going in. Tim Stoddard has joined Toy Story -1 because his ERA is to infinity and beyond. 42 for Larry as he put a hurtin' onto that. That hit the railing in the top row. And it's 10-1. You blow that. My goodness. So 35th appearance for Tippy. He is 3-2 with an ERA of 7.61. 5th appearance against the Brewers. 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 4. And does have a win. He gets a win tonight. That's the biggest choke job since Joey Chestnut tried to do 71 hot dogs in 15 minutes. He last pitched last night against the Red Sox. 2 1/3 innings. No decision, no save. 2 hits, a run it was earned. He struck out 3. So in 49 2/3 innings, his fans 61 hits. Don't get ahead of yourself, Ron. 42 runs, all earned. 6 homers. 41 walks, 40 strikeouts. And a reminder that on July 18th, Tippy's ERA was 9.36. Throws it hard, a ground ball plus pitcher in the fastball at 98. Lescano has struck out all 3 times. And he'll draw a walk. Earl is removing the paper from his Chesterfields and just eating the tobacco. Here's Dick Davis, who's 0 for 3. The good news is that, hey, it's baseball. It's only 1 game. But the Brewers will be 4.5 back, I think. Base hit right field. So Lescano scampers to third. There's still 2 out for Robin Yount, who's had himself a ball game. He's 3 for 3. He has singled twice. He hit a home run and has driven in 3. He has scored twice. A 6-run 7th for Milwaukee. In the left, but in the park. Kelly will drag it down, and that will retire the side. So Ed Farmer has a 9-run lead. I think he can get his 6 outs. 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors. And a huge, gargantuan blast from Larry Heisel. They go to the 8th, 10-1 Milwaukee. So Garcia 0 for 3 and grounded into a double play. To Yount. Over to first, 1 away. So the Cougars and the Hoyas, to pay tribute to John Thompson. A tape game on YouTube, we'll do that one tonight. Here's Dower, 1 for 3. Rich has himself a single. Up the middle, Molitor, 2 out. So Dempsey has doubled twice and scored. Had a pretty good ball game. The Orioles a run on 8 hits, no errors, and they've left 11 on. The Brewers 10 runs on 12 hits and an error, and they've left 3 on. Molitor, the money, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Milwaukee 10, Baltimore 1. So Thomas, Martinez, and Molitor to face Tippy Martinez here in the bottom of the 8th. And the Orioles will have the top of their lineup up. They'll need 9 to tie and 10 to win. Pitch to Thomas. Space hit left field. So Gorman goes to 2 for 3 today. Here's Buck. His base hit in the 7th broke this one open. Single, double, 2 RBI. Ground ball to Garcia. Dower for 1. Over to Murray. And that is 2. Now they get the double play. So 2 out for Molitor, who has struck out and singled. He's 1 for 4. Post-game show to follow. Robin Yount's going to be our MVP. 3 for 4. Turned that huge double play in the 5th that kept Baltimore off the board and drove in 3. Pitch to Molly is a ground ball, base hit right side. That is the 14th hit for the Brewers. And that'll bring up Money, who's 2 for 4. Solo shot, 2 RBI. Scored twice and struck out. Lescano is the only Brewer player not to have a hit. Tippy's pitch, and Money punches that one into left field. Garcia with a late jump. And Baltimore playing this one like they're in last place on September 13th. When it's anything but for the O's. Here's Bando. Sal has scored twice and is 1 for 3. And there's a base hit. So Molitor scores. Money goes to 3rd, and it's 11-1. I believe you're going to get some interest here. So here's High Sell. Now has 42 homers and 98 RBI. Martinez, ball 4. Oh my goodness gracious. Stop it, we're already dead. Lescano is 0 for 3. Has walked once and struck out 3 times. The bases are loaded, 2 out. Martinez has walked 2. Allowed 5 hits through an inning. Dempsey goes out to try to settle his nerves. And that's fouled away, and the count is 2-2. So, one of those forgettable days for Baltimore. Ball 4. So Lescano will walk home a run. It's now 12-1, and I don't know if anybody's still here, but look who's coming in to pitch. Ellie Hendricks. Ellie, 2 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 2 home runs, has walked 2 and struck out 2, and an ERA of 23.14. He last pitched on the 13th of August. He went 1/3 of an inning and gave up 4 runs. He is a standard pitcher, a fastball pitcher, and I say that word rather loosely. He's a plus reliever, though. Well, let's see if we can get Dick Davis, shall we? 1 for 4. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Garcia. He goes over to first. Davis runs. They got him. So, Ellie Hendricks with the relief performance of the year for Earl Weaver. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. We go to the 9th. It's 12-1 Milwaukee. So Ed Farmer, enjoying some of those MLB clubhouse spreads, will face Harlow, Kelly, and Singleton. Larry is 0 for 4. To 3rd, Bando, stupendous play, over to first for the out. 1 run, 8 hits, no errors for Baltimore. They've left 11 on. The Brewers, 12 runs, 16 hits, an error, and they've stranded 6. Pat Kelly, a single, a double. He's 2 for 3 with a walk. Farmers hits that one into left center, for a right center for a base hit. I'm all discombobulated now. So, first hit allowed by Farmer. Kelly on first. Singleton 0 for 3 with a walk. These two teams tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Ball 4. Come on. We've reached the point in the ballgame. We just want the last 2 outs. Don't make this a game. Here's Murray. He is 1 for 4. He has struck out 2. There are Oriole fans watching this going, yeah, make it a game. Struck him out. He swung at a 2-2 out of the zone, and Murray has struck out 3 times. So here's DeCinces. He has walked twice and singled twice. Last chance here for Baltimore. Farmer should... Yes. Thank you, Jamie. Farmer should have pitched for the Dodgers. Then if relieved by John, you would get Farmer John. And remember, Nancy Dell is the organist. So Nancy Dell loves her Farmer John Dodger dogs. Because a farmer should always be in the Dell. Pitch to DeCinces is a ground ball to Farmer over to Money, and that's the ball game. Not much of one this afternoon from Milwaukee, but the Brewers will take it. They win 12-1. So Flanagan takes the loss. 6 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs all earned. He's given up the 2 homers. That'll do it. Walked 2 and struck out 6. Stoddard ERA jumped to 19.06. Not a good year if you're in San Francisco. And Tippy gave up 2 earned runs in an inning. Replogle goes to 10-7, 6 2/3 innings, 8 hits a run. It was not earned. He walked 5 and struck out 2, and so he actually had plus stuff. A huge win for Andy. Ed Farmer, 9 batters to get his first save with the Brewers. And as we said, Robin Yount 3 for 4 with 3 RBI. And so it is 4.5. Oh yeah, my favorite era, dead ball. And it was a good year for the White Sox. Frank Sinatra wrote a song about it. So let's get the rest of the day in baseball out of the way. Philadelphia 3, the Cubs 1. Dick Ruthven goes to 11-3. Ray Burris 6-14. Mike Schmidt 2 homers. He's driven in. That's his 22nd and 23rd, and he drove in 3. And good news for the Orioles. We'll get to that in a second. Atlanta 2, San Francisco 1. Phil Niekro's 23-game winner. Bob Nepper loses. He goes to 16-12. Roger Metzger 1 for 3, a stolen base and a walk. Pittsburgh doesn't lose any ground. They beat St. Louis 5-4. Bert Blyleven goes to 15-12. Mark Littell goes to 6-12. Bill Robinson hits his 6th of the year. He goes 2 for 3 and drives in 3. Tigers, Rusty Staub, 2 homers, 4 RBI. Jack Billingham goes to 10-12. The Tigers beat the Yankees 11-7. Jim Beatty goes to 5-10. Staub now has 26 on the year. Mets beat the Expos 5-2. Marty Corneo gets his first win. He goes to 1-3. Stan Bonson takes a loss 3-5. Ed Cranpool, 4th home run of the year, 1 for 1 with 3 RBI. Cleveland beats the Red Sox. Wayne Cage, 2 homers, 3 hits. Now it's 5 on the year. He drives in 3. Another tough luck loss for Dennis Eckersley. Dan Spillner gets the win. Eckersley falls to 13-15. Kansas City 7-2 over Oakland. Dennis Leonard goes to 18-12. George Brett, his 11th of the year, drives in 2. John Henry Johnson falls to 6-11. John Matlack, a 9-inning shutout. It's his 20th win of the year. He goes to 20-5. 8-0 Rangers. Bobby Bonds, 2 homers and 5 RBIs. 23 now with the Rangers. The Dodgers beat the Astros 7-5. They steal 6 bases. Bob Welch goes to 8-4. Ken Forsch with the loss. Billy North with 3 of those stolen bases. He goes 2 for 3. Cincinnati beats San Diego 6-3. Lacoste with the win goes to 3-4. Bob Ochinko goes to 6-17. Broderick Perkins, his first home run of the year. How did Stegman do? Rusty Staub, man. The Grand L'Orange. So, Thursday, the next day, it'll be again Baltimore and Milwaukee. Standings, Philly by 5 over Pittsburgh. Dodgers 5.5 over Cincy. Baltimore loses. The Brewers get back in it. And the Yankees are still a half game behind. Yankees play the Tigers tomorrow. Texas 4.5 over Kansas City. Minnesota drops to 7 back. Wednesday night's primetime game. Ooh, I haven't chosen it yet. I have a funny feeling. Oh, I got two good choices here. We'll determine that tomorrow, but it will either be Boston, New York, or California at Kansas City. All right, Dave Stegman fans. This one's for you. He did not play. He did not play. All right, so we're going to record the basketball game later. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you tomorrow for Game 2 of this Oriole Brewer extravaganza. It took it easy on the Yankees, indeed. So we'll talk to you tonight for basketball on tape and then tomorrow for live baseball. Until then, have yourself a good day.